Good morning and welcome to CDT day 146. So that should be about 5 days left on the CDT, assuming all of the plans come to fruition. Plans will have to change now. Just talked to Two Slice, who was going to pick me up at the border. Her car broke down, so she's not going to be available to pick me up anymore. So I'm probably going to hook up with these other thru hikers, Maps and Bear and Flip Flop, who are planning on doing a various different types of travel options, like hitching out of the country, and then I think there's trains, cars involved, stuff like that. But either way, they think they're planning on going through Denver, so I'll probably hook up with them and see if we can get a cheap way to get down to Denver so I can get to Colorado Springs and hang out with Mark and Jess again. But for today, planning on getting back on trail. My ankle's feeling quite a bit better. The pain is still there, but it's much more manageable. So I have a feeling that'll probably pick back up when I start walking again, but I think it's enough to be able to get me to the border without any serious complications. For now, Jesus and I are going to head to the lodge and get ourselves a big old breakfast buffet. Got the breakfast buffet for the second time in a row, and totally worth it. It was delicious. Now, heading out back to check out some of these beautiful views in the sunshine and drink a couple beers, because one of the women that works here did the PCT a couple years ago, so she's trying to help people out and stuff, so she gave us 9 beers to just drink while we're hanging out here, so it was very nice of her. She's also going to give Jesus a ride, but she ran out of room in her vehicle. Yeah, let's just sit here, have some brews, and check out the beautiful views. That's what I always say, brews and views, baby. Back inside for more beer and a little bit warmer conditions in here. But just got myself a Sidecar IPA. This is by Sierra Nevada. Pretty good stuff. Also just had a Helles. I actually didn't know what a Helles was. I still don't know what it is, but apparently it's like a type of beer, a Helles. But this Tropics one was pretty darn good as well. I'm watching the Eagles game, not on TV because they don't have it here, but I'm watching the highlights and play-by-play on my phone, so I might just wait till the end of that game to leave, because I don't really have any rush. I'm just going to go 10 miles to Medicine Campground tonight, I'm pretty sure, because I still need to go there to get my permits for camping in Glacier National Park. So, even though it's like 1 o'clock right now, or 12:30, something like that, I can still wait a couple hours if I need to. It's only 10 miles, should take me like 3.5 hours. So as long as I leave town before like 5 o'clock, I should be fine to get there before dark. Look at this puppy, nice hot huckleberry bread pudding a la mode with some nice authentic Montana huckleberry ice cream. She's a beaut, folks. You get to watch a little bit of NFL with Flip Flop, hanging out. Okay, Jesus has left to hitch to Kalispell so he can fly home. So that is the last I will be seeing of Jesus until, well, at least till I get home. We're talking about, potentially meeting up for some hikes or hanging out sometime in the future, because his place in north central Mass is not terribly far from my place in central New York. So, do a little 4-hour, 6-hour drive, something like that, and do some hikes or something. And I wouldn't mind checking out Mass either. I haven't spent much time in there at all. I think I've only passed through, so it'd be cool to check out the area. But for now, that is the end of our saga with Jesus. He is an accomplished, successful Triple Crowner, and he is on his way home. So now it is me back being solo for the moment. I have a lot of other hikers that I'm planning on doing stuff with. I've been mentioning that before, so I will be meeting up with them. But today I've been watching all kinds of football with Flip Flop. So he already did this current 10-mile section that I'm doing to Medicine, which is a campground and the ranger station where I can get my glacier permits. So it's after 6, which means I'm going to be walking probably my last 3 miles in the dark. But have a flashlight, shouldn't be a problem. Get to the campground, set up, and then tomorrow morning get my permits and figure out where I'm headed to the border. But pretty much every other hiker that was in town is ahead of me right now. They left this morning, and So they're all up there. So basically I just got to catch up to them so I can, you know, go with them to the border and hang out with them and then get transport back into the US and where I want to go. So yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy some quiet and being back in the wild on trail. It is 6:30 p.m. on Sunday, September 22nd, and I believe 5 days left on the CDT if all goes according to plan. So I'm now on the move through these beautiful yellows. All the aspens are turning. It's really gorgeous. I gotta move butt and hightail it to 2 Medicine, 10 miles from here, so I can, so I can camp. It really hasn't hit me until I talked to Jesus and other hikers. Like, this is the last section on the CDT. The thing that I've only known and have worked on and have stuck in my brain is hiking the Continental Divide Trail. And it's kind of bittersweet that I'm doing this last section now. You know, I'm happy, obviously, that it's almost over because I get to get off my feet and stop hiking for a little bit. And I also will get to, you know, live this pretty awesome accomplishment and just, you know, reach that goal. But also, I'm not gonna get to hike on this anymore, and you know, some of that trail life will be gone, and I'm gonna have to, you know, change what I'm doing. So it's definitely bittersweet, but I think more excited than not that I'm going. So let's get to that border. Less than 100 miles, 4 to 5 days, which could be working, could be chilling, but I'm gonna get there. Canada, here I come. As for my ankle tendonitis, the extra rest day seemed to help quite a bit. My ankle's feeling a fair amount better today. I still feel tightness and minor pain in my ankle, but not nearly what it was. So since it's still there, there's potential that I can build it back up and, you know, continue having to deal with tendonitis and probably pretty painful to the border. So I'm hoping to take it easy, be gentle, and I also wrapped it with my bandage wrap just to give it extra support, take some of the load off of it. So I will keep updating you as I monitor that situation. But for now, feeling pretty optimistic, pretty excited about it. Climb's already getting pretty steep out of East Glacier, but the views are great. This is the climb I just did, and that down there is East Glacier, about 2.5 miles out. Well, would you look at that? Finally get to enter Glacier National Park. That's pretty cool. I'm getting pumped and excited. Oh man. Okay, we're in the dark right now, so you're not going to be able to see anything, but I had to set up camp a little earlier than I wanted to because it's getting dark, and you know, I forgot the fact that in the national park everything's protected, so there's a lot more wildlife out here. So hiking at night is highly advised against. So I'm gonna take heed on that because I don't want to, you know, have any encounters, because I've heard of a lot of hikers having encounters in the park. So stopped early, but just outside Glacier National Park boundary so that I don't get in any trouble. And then tomorrow morning I'll just be planning to get up early so I can make it to the ranger station when it opens around 8:30 a.m., about 6 miles from here. So stats for today, did 4.1 miles in about 1,500 feet of climbing. So a lot of climbing already in that first section, and I have about 1,200 left of that climb tomorrow morning. So I will do that and then coast down to the ranger station, grab some permits for camping, and then follow those camping permits all the way to the border of Canada in about 4 or 5 days. So getting really excited, but also pretty nervous. For now, I'm just going to soak it up and enjoy this evening and this section in the most beautiful national park in the U.S., at least as far as I'm concerned. I'm about to find out for sure. But, so that is the end of the night. Not a very big day. Basically a Nero. Yeah, a Nero day out of town. So I got to watch football. Unfortunately, my Eagles lost again. Not good to the Detroit Lions. But also got to chill with Jesus for most of the day, which was good to see him before he left. And then good to hang out with Flip Flop and get some information from him on what we're doing at the border. So all in all, I call it a really solid day, and I'm excited to continue on. So see you in the morning.